Hello everybody and welcome back to another review. I'm your host Slide, and today we got Cup, the, I guess, old, war-torn, very story-driven, driven by his stories, character Cup. And I will say, before we talk about the figure, I have always really liked the character Cup. Maybe not in the show so much, but in the movie. In the 86 movie, I loved Cup. And so I was really glad when he got an 86 figure. I will say though, I'm kind of upset that I got this one, because they did a re-release of him not that long after this one, where they had this windscreen, and it was like all cartoony, and I really liked that. I will say the Cybertronian detail on this one is nice, but I prefer the sort of cartoon shine one. Anyways, Cup's trying to fall over. Oh, no matter where I put him, he's just trying to fall over. There you go. Anyways, let's get on to his articulation. So for head movement, he can do a full 360, and I feel like it's worth mentioning, this is the first figure I have where his eyes glow in the light. So there you are. So you look, no glow and glow, which is just done through a little panel in the back there. Shine that into some light, and away you go. But anyways, back to articulation. So yeah, full 360 spin in the head. You can look up that far if you even call that up. He doesn't really look up at all. You can look down a bit, and due to transformation you can look down super duper far, but hey. And for arms, now you always kind of have to be careful with this again, because one of his big play features is that his limbs can come off really easy, which is cool, but you know, it also works with his leg. There you go, his legs are a bit hard to take off, which is nice, but yeah, his arms do tend to come off pretty easily, so just be careful when posing this guy. So you can do a full 360 spin. You can hit a big T-pose. You can reach for the stars with his elbows. He also has, well, not his elbows, his what do you call them? Shoulders. Then he has a twist here at the split part, where his arm can come off. He has an elbow bend, which is quite a big elbow bend, like quite a decent bit over 90 degrees. But he does not have a wrist swivel. No wrist swivel, so that's a bit of a shame. And also due to transformation, if you really want, you can unclip this here and have him really put his arms up. But that looks pretty weird, so unless if you can think of some way to pose him well with that, try to keep those clicked in. Coming down to the legs, we got Cup can kick his leg out that far, so it's a little over 90, and he can swivel his leg back about 90 degrees. Then he's got a bend in the knee at just about 90, and it's in very hard clicks, as you can see there, so it clicks into place. So that's kind of nice, especially if you're trying to do stop motion with these figures. That is quite nice. The feet cannot really bend forward at all, which kind of makes sense because of the big guard block and that. Like, you know, it is, you know, not really designed to bend forward at all. Coming down to the ankles, I actually had to pivot these before when he was falling over, so there you are. They don't have as big of an ankle pivot as some other figures do, but pretty decent ankle pivot. And he's got a toe pivot due to his transformation. So overall, not bad on the posability. He is a bit of a heavier upper body figure, and his ankles are really tough to sort of get into their pivoted mode. But now, onto his accessories. Cup, surprisingly, comes with more than just a blaster. So here's his blaster, which, it's just a light sky blue, with decent bit of detailing there. Oh, if it wants to focus on that, there you go. So this bit of detailing on the gun there. And obviously this giant big bit you just get him to hold it with. And this bit on the back here, you spin cup around. Wait. Yes. No, actually, you don't click it on there. I don't think you even can if you wanted to. Yeah, no, okay, so you don't click it on there, sorry. That's my bad. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay, sorry, I remember now. Sorry, it's been a while since I've clicked anything onto this figure. So gun, I actually don't know if you have anywhere that you can clip it in. But obviously, give him it to just hold in his hand. But then you get the Energon Goody, which I'll just try and hold there for you guys. The Energon Goody box, treat, whatever you want to call it. Where then he says, Ba weep grana weep minimon. And feeds them to, I can't share what they are, because they're not the Sharkticons, it's the other ones. But they do not reciprocate. I will say I've considered painting this little bit purple, because that is the actual Energon stack bit. This clear bit at the bottom is the bit that goes into Cup's hand. So you can hold it just there. And away you go, he's ready to feed some foreign planet, Cybertronians. Well, not Cybertronians because they're from another planet, but you know what I mean. Metal ones. But this little hinge here, well not hinge, but if the camera wants to focus, there you go. That little bit there that sticks out, you can actually, I believe, clip onto his belt. Hold on, sorry, my fingers are all up in the way. Or maybe you can't. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know, it really looks like you could. I don't know, maybe I was wrong about that. I'm really not sure about storage then, because that really looks like it should be able to go in there. Anyways, I really should have done more research on this figure before booting up this video, but you know, at least you guys can tell that it's all pure. None of this video is scripted or I don't know what else it could possibly be. It's a Transformer toy review, so you know, not that serious, but there you go. You can hold both of his items, so you can shoot some Decepticons while keeping his Energon goodies safe. But with enough talking about Cup's robot mode, let's get into his Cybertronian ute, I guess. Okay, and here we have Cup in what I called earlier the Cybertronian ute, I guess. Because, I mean, it's kind of weird. In the 86 movie, the newer characters some of them turned into actual vehicles, some of them turned into similar vehicles to actual vehicles, but they were Cybertronian, and this is an example of one of them. And I do quite like Cup's transformation. It's very accurate to the movie. I will say though, and I didn't mention this on the robot mode, but I'll mention it now, the color of blue, I feel like Cup was a harsh blue, but I don't know, it feels a little too like greeny for me, but maybe I'm just not remembering Cup as well as I thought I did. I'm also probably thinking of the G1 toy a little bit, because the original 80s toy was bright blue, so very, very different. But anyhow, we have great detail here with the Autobot logo being presented there, and on the back here, it all really, really nicely just connects together, all compacts well into this nice little vehicle. I will say though, I had a cousin over a while ago, and they were checking out the Cup figure, and they were not a fan of the fact that it's just his hand sitting there, which I get it, but also there's not really too much you can do, to be honest. Like, I don't know where else they could have put those hands. And these wheels are very visible just on the actual robot mode, because those are his legs. And again, I forgot to mention some of my other videos. I am more than happy to do transformation videos on these figures. It's just I'm trying to sort of focus on doing just the review. If you want to see the transformation, I can make a separate video for that. But yeah, really nice figure, and he sort of keeps that like rugged look. Like if you look there, he's got that slash, but he got that slash in the Autobot insignia on his leg, and you got all like the screw holes, and it's really, really nice. I do like it. I think that's like a little hatch on his back, so that's always cool. Again, Hasbro do add a lot more detail into the newer figures rather than what G1 actually did. I will say, when G1 zoomed into a figure, they were really, really detailed. Or not figure, the character. Zoomed in, really, really detailed. Zoomed out, not so detailed. Which I guess you kind of get here. But, anyways, really, really like his vehicle mode. And he can roll. So, that's points. Now, to go on to his accessories compatibility with his vehicle mode, we'll take his blaster. And here, on the sides of his legs, you get this little peg here, and you just plug that straight in there. So, I'll show you. You got that little hole there, that little peg, and just click that in there, and away you go with his gun. And you get his Energon goodie. You get that little bit there, which I was showing you earlier, which I thought connected into his waist. It might still somehow, but I don't know. Connects in there like that. And away you go. Cup can now roll around with his Energon snack and his gun. Ready for anything, I guess. But yeah, really, really do like this vehicle mode. Again, like I said, I have heard concerns about how it's kind of, you know, just his legs and his arms underneath. But hey, we don't look at the underneath. We only look at the top. So, overall though, really like Cup. And we'll move back into his robot mode so I can give you guys my final thoughts. Now, my final thoughts with the Cup figure. I think that he is a great figure. I think he is super duper good. His transformation is nice and simple. He comes with 2 very cool accessories, and overall really, really good detail. His posability, I just put that blast effect aside. His posability is good. Again, only sort of problem is just the fact that his limbs can come off, which I'll actually show you guys quickly before we finish this video. All of his limbs can come off super duper easily. And you can lie there, all sad and broken. And you can say to Hot Rod to fix me. But that is for the movie. Oh, there we go. So, really, really nice play feature though. I do like that. Obviously, when kids buy this, I mean, come on, it's not as expensive as, like, you know, the other bigger, more collector-centered items, but it is collector-centered, but kids will buy it inevitably. So, it is a nice play feature. Like, let's be honest, it's a play feature. And so, wrapping this up though, I gotta say, if you can find this guy for a decent price, I'd say, it really depends how urgently you want a Cup. Because, as great as he is, as much detail and as good as he is, he could very much get a new model soon. And if they've got that cartoon windscreen, I personally would prefer that over this. And I believe I remember now, at the end of the video, that, I believe, you know, coming to the end of the video, I finally remember. And the reason why I didn't get done with the cartoon screen was I believe that was part of the Buzzworthy collection. Which, the Buzzworthy collection was, like, you had better chance finding a dinosaur fossil in your backyard than you did finding any Buzzworthy stuff. At least if you're not in America, I guess, so. Yeah. But, finishing it up here, Cup is a great figure. And I gotta say, if you are collecting the A6 line, and if he comes out again soon with a new model, or not a new model, with new paints possibly, or even a new model where he looks even better, I'd say definitely consider picking him up. He's worth the pickup, I'd say. Anyways, that's gonna conclude my review on Cup. I've been your host, Slide, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.